My name is Rosemary Garcia and from Brooklyn Creative Studio. Today I'm in my Lagos, Nigeria location, and we're going to teach you how to make a pouch. As you can see here, I have different types of pouches. I have just a basic pencil pouch, which we're going to learn today, lined. I also have it made with a batting, which is great for protecting of things on the inside, with a little loop. I've made it in leather with a nice heavy-duty zipper. And this one here is very beautiful. It's made with African Ankara fabric that I bought in Nigeria. So right now what I'm going to do is teach you how to make a pencil pouch. I have other videos on my channel that you can check out how to do all of this. But for this video, let's teach you how to make the simple pouch with the lining inside. How this is going to begin is, these are the things that you're going to need. You're going to need pins, which I love using quilting pins. They're heavier and they're longer, okay? You need a zipper. As you can see here, this is a very long zipper. It's a plastic zipper, which is okay. We're going to teach you how to cut that. You also need some tailor's chalk and a measuring ruler, okay? And of course, a pair of scissors. So let's get started. In this video, we're going to teach you how to put all this together. In this project, once you really get to know how to do this, it's not going to take you that long. But this is the basic before we can get into everything else. First, let's cut some stuff. So in this video, we're going to show you how to make this bag. And for this size, we're doing 9x9 boxes. You could also check the information on this video and go to our website. We have free templates. We also have the directions, so you could actually do this at home, okay? But for right now, I have two boxes here pre-cut, 9x9. This is beautiful fabric that we bought here in Lagos, Nigeria, and we also sell this fabric on our website if you want something beautiful like this. We have all different prints. But these two boxes, one is going to be for the lining and one's going to be for the outside of the bag. So decide which one is going where. So we have 9x9, okay? And also we have a zipper. This zipper, of course, is long, but that's okay, all right? We're going to make sure it's completely closed. What we're going to do is, I've decided this is going to be my lining and this is going to actually be the outside of my bag. So what I'm going to do is, this is a 9x9 box. I'm going to lay the fabric right side up. Excuse the noise, we have students in the background sewing. But this is a 9x9 box. We're going to put the zipper down first. Put this on the top, with the zipper on top here. So the lining is on the bottom, right side up. The right side of the zipper is going to go up on top, okay? Now what I like to do is go over just a little so that way I could sew without the hinge not being in the way. And then we're going to take the right side of the outside of your bag and lay it directly on top like this. What we're doing here is a sandwich effect. This is the right side of the outside of the bag, right side of the zipper, right side of the lining. So it's 1, this laying on top is 2, 3 with this on top. And now we're going to pin. You have to make sure, guys, that you actually have everything pinned directly the same. It can't be off because it's going to show in the final project, okay? So all I want you to do is to actually pin this going down. Now when you're pinning, guys, you want to make sure that, I like to put the pins in, that the pins are going to face the outside of the machine so you can keep it in while you're sewing, okay? So that's what we're going to do. That keeps it in place. It gives it a neater effect. So just go ahead and do that all the way down your bag. So here we go. So we see here's the back, here's the front. Because after you sew, you're going to notice that the zipper is going to fall in its place. So here we go. We put this up here about 1.5 inches started. We're going to sew with the zipper foot straight down, okay? And it's going to be sandwiched in together. Okay, so let's do the next part. Now we've pinned everything, remember? We sandwiched everything. So, remember now, this is the right side of the lining. Then you have the zipper faced up. And the right side of the outside of your bag face down, okay? And it should look like this. Always pin, don't be lazy, take your time and pin. And remember, I like to use longer zippers, that's just me. That way it looks neater and easier to sew. So now what we're going to do is we have to use a zipper foot. It makes it easier and quicker and much more neater. That way you could sew with the zipper foot in its place and it'll be easier to open. So that zipper foot is going to fall right on there, on top of your zipper. And now we're going to sew we're also going to tack it, meaning reverse it for reinforcing. So we're going to go straight down, reverse, and then go straight down all the way to the end. Okay? So when you get to the end, make sure you reverse it for reinforcing. We're going to cut this. Now, I'm going to show you how this looks. So I'm going to unpin everything. That zipper foot makes a big difference. So when you open this back up, you can see here, this is the right side, this is the inside. Your zipper is face up. Now what I like to do, so your fabric doesn't get caught up, I like to do a top stitch on the front of the top of your fabric. Alright, you can do that a couple ways, but this way I'm just going to lay the fabric down back into here and just lay. You can leave your zipper foot on, or you could take the other, put your walking foot on. So straight, reinforce, and pull your fabric out. That way it lays flat and you can do a nice, neat top stitch. And it's picking up the fabric from underneath. Okay, just please make sure that you open up your fabric. So straight down. When you get here, you reinforce a little bit, okay? Very important. Take this out of your machine. You cut it, and that look how neat that looks. Top stitch, alright? That keeps that fabric out of the way. So when you need to open it up, the fabric is not jamming, okay, from underneath. Let's close this back up. Now let's proceed to the next thing. Okay, so the next step is, this is what you sewed. We're opening up with the right side facing each other, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold all the fabric out. Here's the right side again. Now we're going to take the right side of this fabric and we're going to pin it to the top like we did the first time, to the zipper. You're going to take now this part and fold it up towards the zipper. It's going to almost look like this, like a two-fold, almost like two bags, okay? So let me do this again. We're going to take the front, the right side of your zipper, of your fabric. We're going to, it's going to have a fold, and you're going to pin it to the top of that zipper. You're going to take the same thing, the back of your fabric, your lining, and put it on the top of your zipper. So it's going to look like this again. It's a sandwich effect. And now you're going to pin. So making sure, once again, guys, that you actually have this completely pinned correctly. Pinning is very important because everything stays in its place. So now everything is pinned. This is what it looks like. It looks like two little back sides of the bag. You understand? Your zipper's facing up. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing. Sew straight down. The zipper foot is in, and we're going to sew straight down like we did before. There's a mistake here. This is not pinned correctly, so let me just re-pin that one area. We're going to line this back up using the zipper foot. We're going to reinforce the top and the bottom. And sew straight down. And reinforce the ends. Take that out. Now we're going to unpin everything. So it looks like this, guys. Okay? Like two loops. What we're going to do is we're going to reach in and unzipper it halfway. And then we're going to turn this inside out with the lining facing the outside. That means the zipper is upside down inside. Okay, bring it all out. It's going to be, you want to make it look tubular. This is why cutting is important. You can't have one bigger than the other. It has to be identically the same. What your catch is that you want to make sure that the zipper lays in the middle of your bag. Okay? Like that. Everything facing each other. And now you're going to pin. Just pin one here. And one here. On the opposite side, you're going to do the same exact thing. The little thing, the catch is here. We have to leave the zipper open halfway because we have to turn the bag inside out. Okay? So what we're going to do is making sure everything's lined up, zipper's here, and then we're going to add a couple extra pins here because we don't want that zipper to separate we don't want it to be too wide from each other. So what I do is I like to stick a pin to hold that zipper in place, okay? And then I put a pin on this side. And what we're going to do here, guys, we're going to sew 5/8 all the way across. Now when I'm coming over the zipper, I like to reinforce 4 or 5 times to keep that closed, okay? And you're going to do the same thing on the other end. This is why it's important that you unzipper it halfway. So you can see this is the lining of your bag. The right side is in the inside. So we're going to turn this sewing machine back open. And now we're going to sew. So all the way back. You're going to come across. I like to go back and forth several times for reinforcing. And then you're going to go to the end. Okay? And reinforce. Just lost my thread, so I need to go back and do that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sew 5/8 in. Reinforce a little bit and go straight down. I'm just going over what I sewed before because I lost bobbin thread in the middle of the video. So you're going to sew straight down. When you go over the zipper, reinforce a couple of times to really block that zipper in from opening. And then take your pin out and sew to the very end and reinforce. Okay? And now you're going to repeat that same technique on the opposite side. So this is what it looks like, guys. We sew directly across. You see it over the zipper, it's a little thicker. Okay? And now we're going to repeat that on this side. So, we're going to sew 5/8, reinforce a little bit, go straight across. We're going to reinforce over the zipper like 3 or 4 times, okay? And then we're going to sew to the very end and reinforce the end. That's simple, okay? We're going to take this out. We're going to unpin it. Now, you're going to cut. You're going to cut the rest of the zipper off and trim this to about 1/8, okay? Just like that. If you had a serger, you can serge it across to make it look a little bit more neater, or you could also use pinking shears. I'm just going to cut off these extra pieces of thread, and I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. I'm going to trim this about 1/8, cut that excess zipper off, okay? Now we're going to turn your bag inside, right side out, excuse me. And now we're going to really poke all these corners out. Sometimes I like to use a knitting needle or something that's not going to cut through with a rounded pointy end to get all your corners out if you need help with that. Okay? Look how nice that looks. You zipper close. You can close it, open it. Inside it's very beautiful. It's lined with this heart fabric. Beautiful African fabric on the outside. And just close. Okay? And there is your finished pouch. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you want to learn other techniques, we're working with, like I said, looping and also working with batting. Check out our other videos. Otherwise, you can go to our website to get the written instructions for free. And also we have pattern templates. Thank you for checking us out.